Okay, today let's go for a demo regarding a super nice framework called DeepEval. Okay, this is a LLM evaluation framework. As you know, with LLM and for example with OCI generative model, you have results that are non-deterministic. It means you cannot use a standard unit testing framework. And that's why DeepEval was created. Okay. So just to show you a very simple use case, remember you can go on OCI Generative AI and you have a lot of models here, for example, that you can use in the context of a chat. Okay. Here, each time you can click on view code and you can get the OCID of the model. Okay, nice. Regarding my test, I didn't do that. I just coded a super simple Python file in order to get the list of models of OCI Generative AI using OCI CLI. Okay, so the command line interface of OCI. Then I run a test and you can see the result of a test. Okay, the test was very simple. I got 3 questions and I created metrics, answer relevancy metrics, prompt alignment metrics, step efficiency metrics, tool correctness metrics, and so on, because this framework is super nice. And you can have a look to the documentation and you can use, for example, for an agentic AI, because my test was using OCI and LangChain with OCI Generative AI. For example, tool correctness. The tool correctness matrix is an agentic LLM metric that assesses your LLM agent's function tool calling ability. You use the good tool when asking a question. Okay? And then you have a result. Remember, for some of the metrics, this framework needs a judge, a LLM judge. Okay? And it's a good idea to not use the same LLM judge as the model that you are testing, because you cannot be the model that is doing the job and the judge. Okay. Regarding my code, the judge is Claude. Okay. So the judge is Claude. I tested a simple use case here with 10 models. Okay. And as you see the result here, for some models, okay, so I have at the end a classification of the best model, and you see that the winner is OpenAI GPT OSS 120B. Okay, the best score regarding the test and a very cheap price. Okay, very nice. You can get the pricing on OCI Cloud Estimator website. Okay. What is super nice with this framework is that you already have some metrics you can use. It's very, very simple. And if you need, you can create your custom metric. It's very, very simple to use that. Okay. Another point here is when using this framework, you can use the Confident AI website, okay? But in this case, you have to pay. But the Confident website will give you a very nice understanding of what happened. So it's a solution on the web that you can use, okay? Sure, it's not mandatory to use that, and you can just do here a local debugging. For example, do you want to inspect what happened? Yes, I want to. And you can see I have all the results step by step with my LangChain code, and I can debug that very easily in order to understand what happens. So my use case was very simple. Just choose an OpenAI model. But the real use case is doing unit testing. You deployed the version 2 of your agentic code, and then you can check that every test is okay before going on production. So really super nice. In my case, okay, OpenGPT OSS was the result, okay, and it is an open weight model, okay, from OpenAI. Wow, cool, very cheap, efficient for my simple use case, but here, again, it's just a demo in order to show you how DeepEval is really, really nice when you are doing a code with your agentic framework using, for example, Python here. Okay? So thank you for your attention.